Today I'll be covering several tax topics, including the IRS giving some major updates on stimulus checks. More and more of you have been asking for my personal opinion on a fourth stimulus check. I'll also be discussing a potential $8,000 tax credit for seniors presented by Representative Richard Neal. Gas goes to over $7 a gallon in Virginia, and 18 states say that they will be ending unemployment early. Hello and welcome to today's May 17th daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus check package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now. All right, I just want to remind my community to beware of scammers that use my picture and try to get you to text them your banking and financial information. Ignore them, report them, do not communicate with them. Also, make sure to sign up for the current giveaway that Casey and I are doing. We're giving over $3,000 in prizes and cash to help 20 winners with groceries or bills or to win one of these amazing hats. All right, now taxes are due today, so make sure to get your tax return in or postmarked by today. If you can't get it in the mail today, then make sure to file an extension so you're not hit with one of those annoying IRS penalties. On the topic of the IRS, I've had a few people mention in the comments that you have to file your tax return by today or you won't get the child tax credit monthly stimulus checks starting in July. As I've read up, I don't believe that's true, and so I wanted to correct that information. The IRS has specifically said that they will be releasing a portal in the coming months that will allow you to update your information, your address, your banking information, your marital status, children or grandchildren. So just hang tight. I'll continue to keep you updated on that, but today is not a deadline for getting anything in for the child tax credit, okay? Now, at the same time, we were told that there would be a portal for President Biden's stimulus check where you could update information, and that didn't happen. So just hang tight with me. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more, but I know for a fact today is not the deadline, okay? Now, speaking of Biden's stimulus checks, many of you have asked for me to give an opinion on the fourth stimulus check. I've tried to always be honest with my community. I don't know whether there will be a fourth stimulus check or whether there won't be a stimulus check. So the best that I can do is to report on what's in the news and be honest with you that I don't know if it will happen or not. But there is information in the news, and so I bring it to you. And so I hope that you guys appreciate the way that I've decided to go about doing that. I think it would be inappropriate for me to say that it will absolutely happen. Or I believe it would also be inappropriate for me to say that it won't happen, because I don't know that it won't happen, but I also don't know that it will happen, okay? So around late November of last year, I considered not doing stimulus check updates at all going forward because it looked like things were breaking down. However, I decided to cover other areas of stimulus and the economy in Washington, D.C., and as there was information on a second and third check, I brought that to you. Well, it ended up happening. There ended up being a $600 stimulus check and then a $1,400 stimulus check. So I hope it's okay. I'm just going to continue to cover news coming out of Washington, D.C., all the different stimulus programs, because there's a ton of them right now, the economy, money, and if there's fourth stimulus check information, I'll make sure to bring it to you. So my opinion right now is I don't know if it will happen. I also don't know that it won't happen, okay? There are 70 members of Congress that want it and say that there needs to be one more check. But my commitment is to never clickbait or give disinformation. I'll just go over what's in the news, okay? By the way, I just want to say thank you guys so much for giving my videos a like. This research takes a long time. Last week, you gave one of my videos over 42,000 likes, so thank you so much. All right, now the IRS said 1 million more stimulus check payments went out this weekend. Close to 500,000 of those will be electronic payments, which means that you could likely see money this Wednesday if you're still waiting on your third stimulus check. The IRS said that they have close to $2 billion in money set aside to pay out the Plus Up stimulus check program. This is for people that were still needing to get their 2020 taxes in. Now, the plus up stimulus check is for those that didn't qualify because of their 2019 income, but by having lower income and filing a 2020 return, suddenly you became available for your entire stimulus check or a partial stimulus check. So they're saying they've got $2 billion of plus up stimulus checks that will be going out over the next few weeks. The IRS also announced that 1.25 million stimulus checks have never been cashed. If you haven't gotten yours, this might be some of your money. You need to call the IRS because you might have thrown it away accidentally. It might have been sent to an old address, or they may have attempted to direct deposit it into an old bank account or confused your bank account with your social security number. And so they're just now holding that money on your behalf. So if you haven't received it, get on the phone with the IRS, because you might be one of the 1.25 million Americans that hasn't got your money because they just couldn't get it to you. All right, now just over a week ago, I told you how Representative Richard Neal wants to see a child tax credit increase to $8,000 per year and to have that be permanent. He has since said that he may want to push for a senior care tax credit for families that care for aging parents and count them as dependents on their tax filings. Representative Neal has recently broken away from Biden's infrastructure bill by saying he'd like to explore other avenues of helping the country without raising taxes right now. He wants to see a focus on childcare, health care, and senior care to take care of the aging population here in the United States without having to raise taxes, which would hurt people, and to help them combat the rising cost of goods and services. More will definitely be coming out from him, but I wanted to let people know, as more than half the people that watch me are over the age of 55. So he's possibly proposing this, and I wanted to bring that to your attention. Now, 18 states have announced that they will be ending the $300 federal unemployment boost per week in an attempt to get people back to work faster. President Biden acknowledged for the first time that some employers and jobs might be having a hard time filling positions, but that the $300 per week boost was not showing measurable impact on the jobs report. Republicans completely disagreed with him, right? That's what we've been covering the last few days. Now, last week, only 473,000 people filed for unemployment. Remember last year when it was 23 million people around this time, and it was 1 million a week? So this is the lowest number we've seen since the pandemic was declared last March. Now, some economists worry this move will show a drop in national GDP or a drop in state GDP in bigger states like California or New York. So they are saying that they should actually be more cautious about cutting this off too quickly. However, other economists are saying, of course, there'll be a drop as we get back to GDP coming from people's income and not from government programs. So there's kind of some butting of heads among economists. The people most hurt by this change will be those who are looking for work that pays them less than what they were receiving before they found themselves unemployed. With the pipeline being shut down or hacked, the U.S. has seen a dramatic jump in prices at the gas pump. Parts of California are nearing $5 per gallon, while Virginia over the weekend saw prices of gas jump to over $7 per gallon because of the Colonial Pipeline hack. Critics of Biden are saying his attempt at being the next President Franklin D. Roosevelt are making him look more like the next President Jimmy Carter, with gas lines, food shortages, and the price of gas skyrocketing. Now, last week, many of you shared with me that the price of gas in your area was nearing $3.50 a gallon. Colonial has announced that those prices should start to level off as they get their pipeline and their network back up and running this coming week. Also, several states are suing President Biden to reopen the Keystone Pipeline. This would help lower the price of gas nationwide and would create tens of thousands of jobs. The crisis at the border isn't just the increase in children being dropped off or people attempting to cross the border illegally. We've seen that increase, and I've been sharing that with you. However, drug crossings into the United States have also increased dramatically. Drug cartels are distracting border agents by dropping children in one area and sneaking drugs through in a different area. According to Governor Abbott of Texas, fentanyl interception has increased by over 800%. They've also seen a huge spike in cocaine, methamphetamines, and with the price of lumber increasing 400%, there's now a black market for sneaking lumber into the country. Miss Mexico was crowned the 2021 Miss Universe, so felicidades a Mexico for winning last night. Now, this is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more. Make sure to sign up for that new giveaway with over $3,000 in cash and prizes as our way of saying thank you for being in our community. Now, as I wrap up, I just wish to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.